Have you found any small but meaningful ways to show Greg you appreciate him when it feels like everything and everyone is taking priority?
I always go back to their colors. What's their temperament? What are their core needs? So for Greg, it's space, he's blue. Space, silence, sensitivity, and support. So during the holidays, I really try to keep those 4 things in mind for Greg. So whenever it gets to be too much, people and all that, I try to give him some space. He just sort of needs that, some downtime, some silence, like not talking. Also, the support part of the blue, as you know, your dad is a worker. He's busy. During the holidays, he's planning meals for everybody, and let's cook this and this and this, and we're going to gather, and we're going to do. But all that really tires him out.
Yeah.
So I just try to support him. What can I do to help you? Welcome to Wire Talk. I'm so glad that you found us, and today we're going to be talking about the holidays, and the one thing that can get overlooked, and a lot of the times, is our husbands. So today I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to stay connected to your husband in this very chaotic, busy time.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wire Talk. I'm Emily, your host, and Merry Christmas. We're about 2 weeks away from Christmas, and this is our last episode of 2024 for Wire Talk.
That is crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes, and listen, to celebrate our last episode and almost into the new year of Christmas, we are wearing our holiday red today.
Yes, we are. All we need is some holiday lippy red, but I was like, that's just too much right now.
You can't do it?
Well, I can. I've got it in my purse, but I just was like, we would just be too beautiful for these sweet viewers on YouTube.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think so? Okay.
I think they would like it. I just was too
lazy
to go get it.
I don't hardly ever wear red lipstick.
If you do wear red lipstick, it does make you feel a little powerful. I'm not going to lie.
Does it?
It does. It does.
How about that?
But on a date night, you could wear some lippy red.
I could do it.
Dad would love it.
I could rock some red.
Speaking of dating your husband, I think that's what we're talking about today, aren't we?
Well, I mean, yes.
But no.
But no, it is.
Okay.
It's just sort of including, let's see, what's the official title? Connecting with your spouse in busy seasons.
And I can relate to this topic.
I think this is year-round. I don't think Christmas has a market on the corner edge on this. I think it's year-round. I think all of our lives just get busier and busier and busier, and it's just harder and harder and harder to connect with your spouse. So I think we have to be very intentional.
Yes.
You know that. Brian travels a lot.
For sure. Yeah. And, Brian is such a great husband and such a great dad, and he works so hard. But sometimes I'm like, hey, we haven't been on a date in a really long time. Probably should do that. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I can get in my way, and I'm like, well, he needs to plan it, and he needs to do it, and he needs to remember. But there's nothing wrong with me saying, hey, I got a babysitter for this Thursday at 7:00, so we're going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We got to advocate for ourselves, ladies.
Yes. So, well, Mom, before we get into this.
All right.
Before we get into this, tell me, what is your favorite thing about the Christmas season? Like not necessarily you can do a tradition if you want, but just what's something that you love about Christmas time?
I really love the music. I love, and I have my certain artists that I love and listen to over and over and over again. I love that. I love the lights. I really want Christmas lights on our house.
Well, then do it.
I can't ever find anybody that does them. And then whenever I do find somebody, it's expensive.
It is expensive.
I know. So anyways, but I do love the lights. I love the children at Christmas. They're so sweet. They're so excited. I loved it when y'all were little. I love it when the grandkids are at the ages they are right now. I love that. I love the family time. Mm-hmm. And I know it can be a lot. And we talked about that last week. It can be stressful. But I love it. I love gathering with my family and your dad's family and our family. I just love it that, it's all together.
Oh, that's so sweet.
What do you love?
I mean, I was just going to say the Christmas lights, but I feel like I need to bump up my answer because that was really good. But truly, I think one of my favorite things about Christmas time is Brian has our whole house on Alexa, which is great. But when I come down from the stairs, I say, good morning, Alexa, or Alexa, good morning, or whatever. And it ting, 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 ting. All my things go off. My Christmas tree comes on. And I have my coffee cup and I drink my coffee downstairs and all my twinkle lights are up. And the amount of joy that comes from just saying, Alexa, good morning, and my Christmas tree turning on, I can't even express it. It makes me so happy.
Oh, there you go.
I just love it so much.
Yeah.
And my Christmas decorations aren't even that great. But, one year we were just so crazy. We didn't do Christmas really decorations. And I told Brian, I said, I want my Christmas tree up.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, okay. And I was like, perfect. Done.
Done, and done.
So yeah, that's it. Well, I'm excited about this topic because I am green yellow and I don't ever want to miss out on family time.
Right.
I don't ever want to be the one that is not there, and it's on me, like
it's
100%.
FOMO. Emily
FOMO.
definitely has FOMO.
FOMO. But Brian has FOMO in a different way. He has FOMO with me, and I'm like, but you're with me if we're with all those people? And he's like, well, it doesn't really count. You know what I mean? So he can get a little like, well, I want intentional time with just you. And he gets that way very much around the holidays. So I'm excited for these little nuggets of awesomeness.
Okay.
So you ready to tell me all how to work on that?
Well, everybody says, oh, you're so wise. I said, no, I'm just so old. So, you just get hopefully wiser the older you get. So I'm just so old. Turned 60 this year in case anybody missed that.
That was October.
I tell you, y'all gave me lots of birthday wishes.
Was really
and that
sweet.
Was really sweet. It was
really
very sweet. Y'all helped me get through the 60 mark. That was a big one.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
You don't look a day over 45, Mom.
Ooh, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
All right. Okay, question 1.
Okay.
Have you found any small but meaningful ways to show Greg you appreciate him when it feels like everything and everyone is taking priority? My husband is amazing, but lately it seems like we are ships passing in the night because we are so busy with our family life.
I understand that. Yeah. Well, I always go back to their colors. What's their temperament? What are their core needs? So for Greg, it's space. He's blue. It's space, silence, sensitivity, and support. So during the holidays, I really try to keep those 4 things in mind for Greg. So whenever it gets to be too much, people and all that, I try to give him some space. Like at night, if everybody's been at the house all day and it's been chaotic and all, if I see him in the den and he's watching a football game or a race or something like that, sometimes I just give him his space and I go in and watch a Hallmark movie in the bedroom or whatever. And he just sort of needs that, some downtime, some silence, like not talking. Also, the support part of the blue, as your dad is a worker. He's busy during the holidays. He's planning meals for everybody and let's cook this and this and this and we're going to gather and we're going to do. But all that really tires him out.
Yeah.
So I just try to support him. What can I do to help you? Mm-hmm. He's a big griller. I'm not great outside with the grill, but I can do the sides. I can set the table. Mm-hmm. I can clean up and all that. So I just say, hey, this is a lot coming up on you. So what do you need? How can I support you? Another thing is I always go to their love language. What is their love language? For your dad, it's acts of service. So me saying, what can I do to help is a big help. And then he's words of affirmation. So Emily knows that Greg, whenever he makes a meal, he wants everybody to tell him how great it is.
Oh, so many times.
So many times. And you cannot say anything negative about whatever it was he just cooked. Like that had too much salt. Don't say that. Right?
Well, yeah, you can't. But I mean, I get it.
I know. It's just funny. So, but I'll write him notes and I'll put it in his closet or I'll put it under his pillow or whatever. And just little notes like, thank you for all you're doing. I really appreciate it. You made tonight really special kind of thing. He likes that kind of stuff. So I always say, go to the temperaments, go to the colors. And that way, those are 2 ways you can really pour into them and help them feel seen.
That's so great.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. My husband's family wants everything holiday-wise planned out months in advance. For example, they'll send out an invite to go look at Christmas lights together in December and August. I barely plan the week all ahead by myself. I appreciate their desire to be together, but for the most part, I don't know what our December is going to look like and if that day will work for us when it rolls around with all the other things that we have going on. Does that make sense? Is this a me problem? Any advice for navigating this?
I do not think this is a you problem. I think this is an expectation problem on your in-law side. Okay. And we talked about this a little bit last week. Like my mom was just like this, not necessarily wanting to go look at lights, but she wanted to know our plans months in advance.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like this mom, like I was just happy. I cannot plan anything in my life until I get your dad's schedule.
That's the most truth thing I've ever heard.
And so there's no point in me even talking about it. If they want us to both be there. Because Greg gets his schedule like the mid-month before the month starts. So I used to just tell my mom, and whenever he was in the Navy, we got his schedule 7:00 at night for the next day. I mean, that was the short window we had in the Navy. I did not ever know what Greg was doing until 7:00 at night, whenever the schedule was written and it was put up, and then he could see what he was doing the next day.
Oh, man.
Right? So it just, for years, that's how I planned my life. I could not plan my life. So I would just tell my Mom, I understand you want to put this on the calendar, and I appreciate that. I cannot give you an answer because I don't know. And I need you to just take a breath, and I'll get with you when I can. And maybe that's a hard conversation for this mom to have with her in-laws, so I'd let her husband have it.
Mm-hmm.
Mom, we don't know. And the kids are getting older, and they don't necessarily want to go look at lights anymore. You know what I mean? They want to do this, or they want to go be with their friends, or they want to do whatever. But I would just tell your sweet mother-in-law, I want to get together with y'all. I really do. But I also want to do things with our family that's just our family. And then my parents are coming in town or whatever, and I want to see them. So I have a lot to juggle. Just give me a little bit of space and a little bit of grace.
Mm-hmm. I think that's really smart.
It's expectations. We all need to lower our expectations and don't assume anything.
I think that's the truth.
Hey, truth. Preach it.
Okay. Man, that's really good. That's really good.
Why? Why is that so
I just
good?
think I'm like, you gotta lower your expectations and just, but I think the other thing is I'm an avoider, so you can't avoid those questions. You've got to, hey, we hear you. I know that's a concern. We will get back to you, but I can't give you an answer right now.
Yeah.
Because I would just be like, let's just not respond. And I'm like, well, Brian would be like, well, we can't do that. I'm like, you're right. We'll just lie. And he's like, well, you can't do that either, Emily. And I'm like, oh, okay, sounds good.
Why is lying bad? I don't understand.
I just don't understand. No, I'm just kidding. But I just think that's good because if you're just open and honest, it just helps everything move a little bit smoother.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and I think I've learned the whole expectation thing being an in-law myself.
Yeah.
I had to really adjust my expectations and just realize, of course I want to be with you, but you have Brian's side of his family that you have to keep in mind. Mm-hmm. And you also have a husband that, like you said, gets a little territorial during the holidays. So you have to accommodate that. Mm-hmm. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I, as the mother-in-law and the mom, I need to lower my expectations.
I do think sometimes when you lower expectations, it allows people to kind of
breathe around
and
you.
it's almost like enticing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, well, okay, I want to come hang out now.
Right.
Yeah.
Moms, we know the struggle is real, but so is the love, and that's why we're here. Each one of us at Birds on a Wire Moms has been called to fight for the hearts of mothers. We're on a mission to speak truth to moms, to point them to a God who loves their kids more than they do, and to remind them that the Holy Spirit will equip them for the work that God has given them to do. Impacting a mom impacts an entire family, and by impacting families, we can influence entire generations. Birds on a Wire's mission is needed now more than ever, and I want to invite you to join us by giving to Birds on a Wire today. Birds on a Wire Moms is a 501c3 organization that is 100% donor-funded. Everything we do, from this podcast episode to the curriculum we produce and the books that Karen writes, is made possible by generous supporters like you who believe that motherhood matters. To those of you who give each month or have already given this year, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And if you haven't given yet, today is a great day to start. Please consider giving a recurring gift to support our important work. Head to boaw.mom/donate. That's boaw.mom/donate. Or just click the link in our show notes to give today. Your support allows us to continue equipping and encouraging moms for the most important job they'll ever have. Now, hey, let's get back to the show.
Okay, you ready?
Oh, let's do it.
All right. We always travel to my parents' home for Christmas, and the sleeping situation is less than ideal. It's some of the only time my husband gets off all year, and the holidays put him in a romantic mood. But
Smiley face.
Smiley
You forgot
face.
the smiley face.
Yeah, I didn't know I was supposed to say that. Okay, smiley face. But we're usually sharing a bedroom with the baby. I can hear my parents downstairs, just not doable for me, you know? Any tips? I feel like we have the same fight every year.
Okay. The fact that you're having the same fight every year tells you it's time to make a change.
Oh, that's not what I thought you were going to say.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think I was going to say?
I have no idea what I thought you were going to say.
Well, it's not good to be fighting.
Yeah.
Listen, she's got a husband that's feeling a little romantic. And it's a buzzkill when you have a baby in the room and your parents are below you. That's just yuck. Who wants to do that?
Yeah.
Nobody. So it's time to make a change. And she can make a change in several different ways.
Okay.
She can tell her parents, hey, we are going to get a hotel or an Airbnb real close by. We'll be with you all day long until the kids go to bed, and then we're going to go back to our place and we're going to be by ourselves, you know, and then we'll be back in the morning. Or, hey, Mom, Dad, your place is getting a little tight for us. Why don't y'all come see us this year for Christmas? Oh, what about that? You know, parents can travel. Greg and I can travel. We can get on a plane. We can get in a car and drive. Heck, Greg's parents, 85 and 84, still come to see us.
That's right. They do.
So they can travel, and they have to bless their hearts. They have to go through Atlanta.
I know this.
So, yeah, that's no fun. I know. I was thinking about that the other day. That's getting, we probably need to stop asking them to do that. You know, it's just, I'm sure they never complain. They never complain. But I was just thinking about that has to be stressful for them.
Yeah.
Atlanta's stressful. Yeah. Side note, sorry, I don't know why I got off on that tangent. Okay. But the parents can travel to you. You can get an Airbnb or a hotel or something. And because it's not good, why do you want to fight over something that's a good thing? You know, romance and all that in marriage, just say no.
Or I have a third option. Mom and Dad, do you want to watch the baby for the night? And y'all could go on a night, go to a hotel, just the two of you for one night. They get the baby, they get to hang out, you get to have a date night.
You get your romance.
It's a win-win, win-win.
We just gave you 3 options, Mom. Boom. Boom. But you got to be brave and do one of them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't be scared like Emily.
I'm not scared.
I knew that was going to get a rise out of her.
Don't be scared like her. I'm like, I'm not scared. I just didn't think that's what you were going to say.
No, I meant the time before you said, you know, you're an avoider.
Oh, yeah.
So that would be hard for this, you know, girl to tell her mom, hey, we don't want to stay at your house. It's not that you don't want to, it's just not working anymore.
It's a confrontational conversation.
That's right.
And I don't like those.
But maybe she's not green.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe she's not. Okay, well, moving on.
But wait, pause.
Okay, I'm sorry.
For this husband, think how good that's going to make him feel that you're fighting for him.
Aw, yeah.
Not against him, but for him.
And you're thinking about it in advance.
Yes.
He's going to love that.
Listen, he's going to be even more romantic. You just wait. Okay. Emily, you're so funny.
All right.
Moving on.
Thank you. My husband is yellow-green, who loves spontaneity. Okay, only yellows can say that. All right. My husband is yellow-green, who loves being spontaneous. While I'm a blue and like to have everything organized ahead of time, I'm happy to go do spontaneous things as long as they don't mess up my dinner plans. This becomes an issue around the holidays when I'm trying to keep our family on track. Did your yellow ever rub Greg's blue the wrong way at Christmas? How did y'all manage it?
Well, let's be real. I think my yellow always rubs Greg a little bit in the wrong direction. But over the years, we found our groove. They need us and we need them, right? Here's the deal. And I love you, Mom. Don't get mad at me right now. But it's Christmas time. Your schedule's going to get off track. And it's going to be okay. Because you know what? December 26th is going to be here before you know it. And you can get right back on that schedule. And everything will just, by January 1st, you'll be just plugging along great. it's okay to be a little spontaneous.
Mhm.
And the other thing is your family's going to survive if they don't eat dinner at the same time every single night. And I love you so much, but you just need to flex your flexibility muscle.
I knew you were going to say that.
You did.
Yeah, I was like, she's about to say you could not have dinner plans. Like, I knew that's exactly what you were going to say.
She says, and I love her, I can do spontaneous things as long as it doesn't mess up my schedule. Well, guess what? Then it's not spontaneous.
Mhm.
I mean, come on. The whole definition of the word spontaneous is it's out of the blue. It's out of the norm. So yeah, dinner plans are going to get messed up. Everybody will eat. It's going to be okay.
Mhm.
It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
All right?
I love it.
It's Christmas. Shake it up a bit.
Shake it up a bit.
Yeah.
The kids can go to bed a little bit later.
It'll be fine.
It's okay.
Yeah. All right.
Last question.
Okay.
All right. This is the last question, but a fun question.
Good. I love fun questions.
I want to plan a fun date night for myself. I've learned from you it's okay to tell my husband that I want a date.
Pause. Can I just say, I love this so much.
Yeah.
That she learned from me that she can ask her husband for a date. Thank you, Mom. You just made my Christmas.
Oh, that's so
I
sweet.
love that.
Any ideas for holiday-themed date night? I feel like we're stuck in a rut.
We all get stuck in a rut.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay. So I do. I really thought about this one for a while. I mean, I think about all of them, but I really thought about this one. So last year, Greg and they have these things like candlelight concerts.
Oh, yeah.
Throughout your city, and they go all over, and they do it everywhere. So I don't think it's just an Atlanta thing. It's like a lot of different places. But we did that. One was at the Botanical Gardens, and another one was at a hotel. But one at the Botanical Gardens we did at Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so much fun because we heard the concert, but then also they had all the lights at the Botanical Gardens, and that was really pretty. We went out to eat beforehand, and it was a lot of fun. So I would suggest that. Taylor and I, several years ago, he loves orchestras. So he took me on a date night, he and I, when he was in college, and we went to the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra, and they played Christmas songs, and that was a lot of fun. You could also go see a play. That's a lot of fun, like the Nutcracker. Sometimes husbands don't like that, but it could be fun. Another thing I thought about is high tea, like at a nice hotel, like get dressed up. And I know she's probably thinking my husband won't like that. But Greg and I, whenever we were in England, we did several high teas. And I'm telling you, he got to where he loved them. There's a lot of food involved. And they love it, because you've got the savory, you've got the sweet, and you've got the little desserts there at the end. And it's fun. What are some other? You and Brian always do fun.
Well, I would say if you want to do something really fun, go like go-kart racing.
Oh, that is fun. I know,
and that sounds so fun.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking you could go to like a Botanical Gardens and go see the Christmas lights. But
another fun restaurant is like a fondue place.
Oh yeah, like the melting pot.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah,
just different.
I was trying to think of some other things.
Korean barbecue is also fun.
I've never done Korean barbecue.
Oh, you didn't go? Oh, yeah. You cook it at the table. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah. This sounds silly, but Brian and I always go get manicures and pedicure. Well, I get a manicure and pedicure. He just gets a pedicure, and he loves it.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like, because they rub his feet and rub his legs, and he's like, this is great. And it's just so fun. It's something that I normally do by myself.
Yeah.
But then I bring Brian along. You can go to like a spa day if you want to go do that. Those are always fun.
That is
like
good.
Go get a couples massage, and that's very nice. Or a foot massage. Those are so wonderful.
Foot massages are really great, and they really massage your whole body.
Oh,
but it's
so
less
fabulous.
expensive than a spa massage.
Yeah. What are some other fun things that you can do? Sometimes we've never done this, but I've always wanted to. I've always wanted restaurant hop, like go one place for appetizers, one place for dinner, and go somewhere else for like dessert and coffee. We don't never do that, but I've always wanted to do that. But maybe I'm going to plan a trifecta dinner with Brian and just do it.
She has inspired all of us to do fun things on a date night because we all get in a rut. We all get in ruts.
Get someone to watch the kids one night and do a hotel.
Get it.
There you go.
I love it.
So fun. Or go do Christmas shopping for the kids or for everybody to do it together.
Oh, yeah.
That's always fun too.
I love
I think those are all great ones.
Yeah.
Well, Mom, this is our last episode for 2024.
Yes.
And I just want you, we've had so many great episodes, but I would love for you to end us out in prayer, just because that's the way we started with the State of the Union. And then now we're at the end of the year. And I know they're going to miss us so much, but we'll be back in January. So don't worry.
I know.
But I just would love for you to end us on, I would love for you to end us in prayer this year.
All right. Well, I do want to say before we close that this has been a great year.
Great year.
It's been a great year for Birds on a Wire as a whole. You know, we did the YouTube podcast. We took all the videos on YouTube. That was big. We developed our app. We did 2 new curriculums.
Oh my gosh. SOAR is out right now.
Oh, yeah. They can register for SOAR.
You can register for SOAR, and you need to do that because it is going to be amazing.
It's March 15th, and then the price is going to jump up in January. So go ahead and get it now before
Put
the
it
price
in your
jumps.
stocking. Ask for it for Christmas.
Yes, but I just want to say thank you to all the moms out there and the dads that have donated to Birds on a Wire, because I could not do this podcast without you. You guys truly fund this podcast. So if you want it to keep going, give us an end of the year donation. But thank you for your donations, and thank you for your prayers and just your support to Birds on a Wire, because, you know, we're a small ministry, but we are reaching a lot of people, and that is so encouraging. And what I love about it is the stronger the mamas get, the stronger the families get.
I love that.
So I would love to close this in prayer.
Yes. Thanks,
All right, dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this year. God, thank you for blessing Birds on a Wire and everything that we are doing for your kingdom, God. And I just pray that 2025 will be an even better year. And Lord, I pray that all the moms sign up for SOAR and they come and they're encouraged and they find peace in their mothering journey, because that's what we're focusing on. And God, I just pray a blessing over everyone listening to this podcast. I pray that you give them favor in their world, and you just go before them and set forth a trail for them to follow. In Jesus, we love you, and we ask all these things in your name. Amen. Y'all have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And we'll see you in January. Bye.
Bye.